Hi, I'm Mel's best friend, and I know this is a crossover of two series on my channel that are both dead. We're doing a crossover with Glitch Party, which has been dead for longer, and Mel's Beck's Meme, which has only had one episode. Yeah, look, this is my USB loader GX right here. We're going to be doing Super Mario Galaxy 2, but we're going to be doing an interesting challenge in the game. Beating the game with no flowers or fruits. When I say flowers, I mean the things that you swing on with Yoshi. And when I say fruits, I mean, you know, the things Yoshi can eat to get a certain power. Yeah, let's see. What do I want to use? You know what? Since this is all about Yoshi, let's use Yoshi. I'm going to be skipping the levels with no Yoshi. What I mean by that is I'll just cut out those parts in this tutorial, this series, and also this is gonna be in parts. But yeah, it's a sub-series that's a combination of Glitch Party and Melzback's Meme. You know what, I'm gonna cut the tutorial, so I'll see you when I get to the second level, because that's the first level with Yoshi. Yeah, let's grab those star bits. Yeah, I'll cut out this part, because like I said, I'll be showing you the tutorial. I mean, not showing you the tutorial, showing you at the start of the second episode. Level, sorry, I was thinking of Sunshine. And yeah, that's where you can play as Yoshi, so I'll show you what to do. Okay, I'm continuing the recording because... Okay, I missed the comment medal, but I'll just go back and get it. I just realized I missed the comment medal, but I'll go back and get it. I'll do that off camera. But you know what? How the game has you go into a launch star into space. You know what I realized? Bowser, just like Bowser mentions that it's also in the center of the universe that you want to go to in this game. Which you might be thinking, how could they both be a center of the universe? They look really different. Well, here's my theory. I know it sounds like an NBT episode, you know, Melzback's theory. But yeah, my theory is kind of similar to what Game Theory said. It also makes sense with what it looks like when you beat the original Galaxy. But I think this game is actually part of the same storyline as the original Galaxy and takes place after the original Galaxy. And you know, in the original Galaxy, when you beat it, if you look closely, you see some really weird stuff, and then everything's all normal again. No, that's not what's happening. What's happening is, apparently the universe is being destroyed. Well, not destroyed, but like the universe dies. When you say the word destroyed, it seems more like you're saying someone's doing it. But like, that's why I said the universe just dies. The universe dies, and then a new one's created. Which, you know, there are some pretty solid theories saying that that's gonna happen to the universe we live in right now. It's gonna die and be recreated. There are some theories saying that, you know. And like, I honestly believe those theories, and the reason I believe those theories, actually, this could get controversial what I'm about to say. But, especially because some people think faith contradicts science. It doesn't, they're just answering different questions. So my faith kind of backs up that thing. I am Christian, and I believe that God will create a new heaven and new earth, and the old heaven, old earth will be gone. So yeah, that makes sense with, you know, that stuff. It also makes sense with this game and its predecessor. In the original Galaxy, the universe dies and gets recreated, and this game takes place in the new universe. Yeah, this game takes place in the new universe, which is why it's really different. Yeah, this game takes place in the new universe. Okay, here's Yoshi, so let's explain the glitch now. Okay, so here's the glitch that this is all gonna be about. Like I said, this is a challenge to beat the game with no flowers. You see what I'm doing? You may be wondering, how are you fluttering more than once? Notice I'm not fluttering all the way. That's one part to it. One part is that you don't flutter all the way. So during your flutter, cancel it by pressing Z in midair. It has to be during the flutter, not after. If it's after, we're gonna mess it up. Like I said, it has to be during the flutter, not after. Otherwise, it's gonna be just get messed up. That's a lot of star bits. I mean, this is not like a skip of a flower, but I'm just doing it for fun. Going on the volcano. Unlike, see, like it's all covered in slopes. Like even the center is. Well, you can't do the infinite flutter because jumping off a slope with Yoshi prevents you from crouching. See, even the center is like that, because you see I went to where the hole in the center is, and I was still sliding. Like the KCL file is probably pretty weirdly made here. In case you don't need my KCL file, it's a reference to how collision in Mario games work. I mean, I don't know that much about Mario game modding. I mostly do Pokemon Smash Bros modding, but I know a little bit about Mario modding. Like, 3D Mario games have their collision in a format called KCL. Yeah. Okay, yeah, like I said, no flowers, no fruits. I gotta remember that, because I'm about to get to a part where there's a flower. Okay, gotta skip this flower. Kinda messed up my positioning a bit. I stood inside the Yoshi egg. I'm still debating whether or not I should do another level in this video. Or I should end this video after I beat this level. Yeah, I'd say the two Galaxy games that are Mario games with the strongest lore of any Mario game. But you really wouldn't think of like Mario games having that much lore. am I so bad at telling when its gravity has shifted? You know, there's some things that don't make sense about this game's physics. Like, for example, like the thing with the universe cycle, the universe life cycle stuff I was talking about. That makes sense, but other things in this game don't make sense. Like, for example, how is it that there are some small planets with... How is it that Mario can stay on small planets? And also, how are those even considered planets and not dwarf planets? Because think of Pluto. Because Pluto is not considered a planet because of the fact that it's too small to be considered a planet. Actually, I guess technically all the planets in this game are. I didn't even need an infinite flutter for that. Now this is definitely going to require some infinite fluttering. This is definitely going to require some infinite fluttering. Almost have 100 star bits, that's cool. And I just lost some star bits. At least I didn't press B while riding Yoshi with my cursor on a flower. Speaking of my cursor, I did something kind of interesting. I modified my Wii sensor, well, Wii U technically. Technically it's a Wii U. I modified my Wii U sensor bar. I modified it in kind of an interesting way. You know what I modified it to be like? So I shorted out 2 of its LEDs. Because did you know a sensor bar is actually not a sensor, it's actually just a strip of LEDs. They're LEDs that emit a wavelength below a visible spectrum, so it can't be seen by a human, but can be seen by a Wiimote just fine. This color is impossible to make out of RGB values, by the way. But it is one of the colors on in a flame. Yes, that means you can point a Wiimote at fire to make the cursor appear. I think incandescent bulbs also use it, because an incandescent bulb is really just a controlled flame. You're still burning something, so it's really just a controlled flame. Which is where the term burnout comes from. So it really doesn't make sense to use that with LED bulbs. And yeah. Incandescent bulbs are obsolete though, so... yeah. So yeah, flame has that wavelength as well, and yeah. So, but the sensor bar just has it, so I shorted out 2 of the LEDs on my sensor bar. It still works fine with just 8 LEDs instead of 10. But yeah. I think after this explanation, I'm gonna end the video. But yeah. It works fine with just 8 LEDs instead of 10, and the next thing I did after that was I not desoldered, but I cut the plug off of it. And did something kind of interesting. Here, I'll turn off my Wii U and then show you what I did. And let's see here. Here's the cord to my sensor bar. I cut off the I did this because I like Dolphin Emulator and didn't want to spend money on a sensor bar I could plug into my computer and didn't want to have to use candles. So I did this trick that allows you to modify the sensor bar so it can plug into a computer. So I cut off the plug after shorting the two LEDs out. You have to short the two LEDs out, otherwise it won't get enough power doing this, because the proprietary way of connecting it uses more power than USB. But look, here's what I did. I soldered the... Let me see. Let's focus it. I soldered the normal cable to a USB cable that I found lying in my basement. Like this. And the ironic thing is, I think this cable is still... Yeah, HAC010. This is still a Nintendo product because this cable is a charger for some Nintendo Switch accessory. Because it has the model number of a USB-C cable made by Nintendo. HAC010. And yeah, like I said, I did that, and yeah. Notice how I soldered it, because I mean, this is a weird USB cable. Nintendo doesn't put coating on the GND wire on the USB, which I think stands for ground. Yeah, it does. They don't put coating on that wire. Usually it's black coating on that wire, but Nintendo doesn't do that for some reason. They're USB cables. So like it just looks like a bare wire. So yeah, you solder the wire that isn't red to the ground wire on the USB, and the power wire on the USB gets soldered to the red wire. And the power wire on USB, like I said, the ground wire on USB is black. The power wire is red. And yeah, so short out two LEDs and then solder the black wire to the... I'm trying to remember, because it's hard to see with the way I soldered it. I'm trying to remember what color it was. I think it was silver though, but you know, the one that isn't red. Solder the black wire to the wire inside your sensor bar's cable that isn't red, and then solder the red one to the red one on USB. So the reds match up, remember that. And it's even easier if you have a USB cable that doesn't support data transfer. You don't even need one that does, because a sensor bar doesn't even use data transfer, because like I said, it's just an LED strip. The sensors are actually on the Wiimote, because the way how it works, like I said, is the sensor bar emits a light that Wiimotes can see, but you can't. And some cameras can actually see that light, though. Like, my phone's camera that I'm using right now, I think can just barely see it. I think my phone's camera is one of those ones that can just barely see it. And yeah, so this is Mel's Baxter signing off.